This week on Tomboy Tea Ride, Asia's biggest and only all-female comedy chat podcast.
On this night of reckoning, we will be upping the stakes and scaring the bejesus out of you in this finale episode of our Tomboy Tea Ride October Scare Fest. Your Halloween will never be the same again.
Are you okay, Persis? You're sounding all weird, like as if you're being possessed or something.
Of course, I'm fine. Come on, look at me, wearing my, best jeans, best tomboy shoes. Well, geez, Raven, you're always like psyching out over these things. Stop freaking out. Okay?
Okay.
So how long till we reach this Nevermore mansion? First we get attacked by zombies from Dirty Q's, and then we have to contend with Renee Holland from Animal Planet's Finding Bigfoot's actual Bigfoot. Did we offend some supernatural forces in our Halloween time travel back in 2014? Because this is like the worst October ever, guys. The worst. Here, throw it into the stream, Andy.
What, like this?
Remember, we just saved 1930s New York from itself. I mean, that's all.
According to my Joanna Survival Guide to Zombies...
But that's for zombies, Joanna. I mean, we are escaping Bigfoot too here. And, it really looks like we run out of luck this Halloween, girls.
Hey, just don't worry. We are going to break the Tomboy Tea Ride Halloween curse once and for all. So hold on tight for another epic episode of Tomboy Tea Ride. Not tirade or tirade, but Tea Ride the way we like to say it. Isn't that right, ladies?
All right,
let's go. Yeah, we can do it.
Hit that server later, Persis.
Okay, let me turn on the turbine mode. Are you guys ready?
Yes!
Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go!
It's epic and more galactic than a supermassive black hole. Introducing Asia's biggest and only all-female English comedy chat podcast. Welcome to Tomboy Tea Ride.
Hey Raven, quick question. What's up with your namesake gathering in the skies? There are so many of them. Can you see that?
Look, the birds are perching on the branches along the fences on the top of the houses. It's like they're watching and waiting for something. Those eyes, there's intelligence in them. Who knows what they're plotting in their pea-sized brains?
Come on, guys. They're just birds. You're giving them way too much credit.
You know what? I wouldn't be that too sure if I were you. One bird is nothing, but a parliament of ravens, something is definitely up. They can basically run the government, and we all know just what kind of crooks these politicians can be.
You're giving them way too much credit. We are not on Alfred Hitchcock's film set.
Wait, is that Bigfoot? Watch out, Persis!
Okay, I'm going to run it over. Hold on to something, everyone. Anything!
already. It's attacking her. We have to keep moving. Drive faster, Persis. Drive faster.
Rest in peace, City. You're so funny.
I'm trying, guys. Joanna, where's the place?
Just right up there. There.
Oh no, look! The ravens are coming our way, and there's like hundreds of them behind us now.
No shit. Drive faster, Persis. And some of them are heading towards us from the front and the sides.
The ravens are surrounding us.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going. Do something, Raven!
Like what? I'm only related to those birds by name.
Break, Persis. There's a house coming right up.
Whoops! Not enough time!
But there are people in front of the house.
What's wrong with the millennials today? All of these people are glued to their phones, and yet nobody is looking at the time.
Patience, my dear. We just have to wait a while longer for our guests to turn up.
It's Halloween. I should be out haunting different house parties in my best cosplay.
Is that a car heading in our direction?
Did you tomboys realize what you've done? Sean would be so mad at you guys for destroying the front facade of his 200-year-old mansion, which he had inherited from his very rich and very spooky uncle.
We are so sorry. We just lost control of your cars while trying to escape from the ravens.
Yeah, they're after us, I swear. There was murder in their eyes. Oh.
Well, okay, but we'll have to bill you later for the repairs.
Gosh, we are truly jinxed. Where are we going to get all this money from?
Don't worry, we are here to fix your curse. Which murder mystery mains would you like? Beef or chicken?
Wait, were you guys behind the infamous Poe party? We heard Edgar Allan Poe invited his famous author friends once over, and you know what? I think that didn't go too well, guys. So, who's the killer here, huh? Spill.
Murder? What are you guys talking about? We need to get rid of this group. They know too much. Besides, I believe that Joanna booked a seance with Mr. Poe.
Oh, yes, indeed. The 1-hour session with Mr. Poe to find out about the curse that's haunting us.
So we'll be freed from the supernatural forces forever!
Indeed. Thanks, Mary Kate. Damn it, I was hoping to get rid of them through the murder mystery dinner.
You know what? According to my phone, Shipwreck Comedy has produced the popular series A Telltale Vlog and Kissing the Rain. And this Edgar Allan Poe's murder mystery dinner party production is their biggest yet. Written by Sean and Shanae Prasad and produced with the help of Mary Kate Wiles, Shipwrecked has amassed a cast of nearly 20 actors to tell a story over 10 episodes. There's comedy, intrigue, romance, and of course, murder, yeah!
Welcome, friend, to Edgar Allan Poe's murder mystery, invite-only casual dinner party / gala for friends potluck.
Sorry we're late.
When will someone be murdered?
Look here, before this night goes on, I have something to say.
Fine, then the murder mystery is underway.
Please, a grave and sinister act has been committed here this evening.
Yeah. Louisa May's dress.
I mean to fetch an inspector.
Oh, good evening.
A toast to ending this horrible night.
No. This was supposed to be a Lenore?
A good time?
A good time!
Yeah! Welcome to the show, ladies! So, let's go back to the very beginning. How did Shipwreck Comedy came about? Yay!
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Shanae, do you want to explain?
Sure. Well, I wrote a sketch in college called Edgar Allan Poe Buys Girl Scout Cookies. And I always wanted to make it with... I know, it's super weird. I always wanted to make it with my brother as Edgar Allan Poe, but we lived on opposite coasts at the time, so I waited until I moved to Los Angeles, where he lived, and we made that short film where I played the Girl Scout and he was Edgar Allan Poe. And while we were filming, we decided to turn it into a sort of vloggy thing where Sean would be Edgar Allan Poe writing The Raven, kind of just talking to the camera about his experiences writing. While meanwhile, I played Lenore, his ghost roommate, who was just kind of haunting him and being generally sassy. And yeah, so we started making other things from there.
Well, I'm actually a big Edgar Allan Poe fan. Like you can pretty much tell by my name. Why are you such big fans of Edgar Allan Poe? What is it about his work that attracts you guys to it?
Well, I feel like in high school, I always loved him, and I loved Gothic romance literature and just things that were generally spooky. And he kind of was like the mecca of all things Gothic and creepy, and I just really loved that. And I always wanted to like be a writer kind of like him. And so he was one of my, favorite authors, favorite literary icons. And I just wanted to put him on the screen because he hasn't been like seen, he's never been really seen in a comedic light. And I just thought, like, what great comic fodder that could be. All of his ridiculous spookiness just kind of made fun of in a loving way.
So how did you come up with the idea of making this series, and what is the production process like?
Man, so when we first started, when we first did a Telltale vlog, that vlog series with just Lenore and Poe, there's a line in it about how Edgar made Lenore throw a dinner party for all his famous author friends. And we decided to write a whole script about that dinner party, where Edgar would invite all these authors over to play a murder mystery game in order to, convince Annabelle Lee, who he has a huge crush on, that he was awesome and totally popular. Yeah, production, guys. What was that like? It was a long
process.
Ordeal.
Well,
yeah, you guys started with Kickstarter because that's how I heard about it.
That is how we started,
Yeah, so we kickstarted back in February and March, and we raised about $75,000, which is a lot.
Yeah, wow, that's good.
Yeah, but we needed every single penny of it because making shows is expensive.
Yeah. Because you guys have like 20 over actors. That's like, it would cost a lot.
Yeah. So we ended up shooting for 10 days in May, and that was like a pretty short shoot for as big as the project was. Like, we were really packing in a lot in a short amount of time. But we had a great time, and we thought it was really fun and something special, and then we decided we wanted the series to end on Halloween, because it's kind of spooky, and it actually ended up being 11 episodes, so we premiered on August 22nd. One episode is coming out every week.
Wow, cool. So how did you shortlist the authors for this particular series?
Well, a few of them were mentioned in a Telltale vlog, like Emily Dickinson, who we then did a short video on, played by Sarah.
Hi.
She's here. Also, Fyodor Dostoevsky was mentioned there. And then after that, we kind of just thought of who Edgar Allan Poe might have in his Rolodex, who he might hang out with, and then who it would be funny to see him play off of, because he's like this super goth, like
Edgar Allan Poe had a
because he's super emo, so like who would be funny for him to chat with? Like Ernest Hemingway and Oscar Wilde would be really weird for him to be around. So yeah, and we went through a few different choices, ending up where we are now, which I'm pretty happy with.
And what is the response to the series so far?
It's been great. It really has been.
Really good.
Yeah. We have like a fairly small but very active fan base, and it's grown quite a bit since the beginning of the show. And for the most part, everyone's really on board with it and are really excited about it.
We've never had as much engagement as we have for this series, and it's so fun each week to see everyone speculating about the mystery and trying to figure it out and talking to each other about clues. And we've also had some great recognition from the press. We were written up by Nerdist and the AV Club and Tor.com, which is a huge hub for science fiction and fantasy. So, and the Odyssey just last week. I forgot about that. Yeah. So we've had some great press as well, and we're really happy. Of course, we hope it continues to reach even more people, because we love it, and we hope more people will love it as well.
What is it? So what is it like to play Lenore and Annabelle?
Well, I feel like I've been playing Lenore forever now, but she's just a lot like me if I were a lot meaner and said what was on my mind all the time. Because, I'm playing against my brother, who is often very annoying to me, but, in the most loving way. So I just go off of that, really. And but she's super fun because, you don't get to just be mean and tell it like it is in everyday life. Yeah. So she's really fun to play.
As for Annabelle Lee is, of course, along with Lenore, a character from Edgar Allan Poe's poems that he writes a beautiful poem about, which the line, "We loved with a love that was more than love," which is like one of his most famous lines, is from. So he's clearly in love with her. But for some reason, the first time Annabelle appeared was in a video that we improvised one night at after midnight that we were doing for Edgar Allan Poe's birthday. And for some reason, we just decided that Annabelle maybe did not share his feelings. Maybe. Because she's dating this guy, Eddie, who's a banker. And I thought that it would be fun if Annabelle was just all sunshine and roses, because that is the exact opposite of what Poe is. He's just the saddest sad man. But she's like...
The saddest sad man.
The saddest sad man and the darkest guy. But she's the complete opposite, but he just loves her and he just thinks she's the most wonderful thing. And then, of course, with expanding on her in Poe Party for the whole series, she very much becomes the ingenue of the show, the sort of confused damsel type, and that was really fun. I've never gotten to play that sort of role before. She's so sweet and she's so unassuming and kind, and she never makes fun of anyone or judges anyone. And she doesn't get a lot of the jokes that all the authors are telling. So
she's the opposite of Lenore. Yeah. In every way.
That's true.
Before we begin, we need to switch off all of our electronic devices.
No way. What if E actually cancelled Keeping Up with the Kardashians? We need to be in the know.
The electronic signals will interfere with our communication with Edgar, who prefers to remain in Victorian times.
Nevermore.
That's cute. Where did the raven come from?
His ancestor was a pet of Edgar, and that's the only word he knew, apparently.
Nevermore.
Fine, we will give up on our phones. But first, let's quickly get on with the news highlights first, shall we, Joanna?
Yes, let me see. Well, back in August, kids in an apartment complex in Greenville, South Carolina, reported seeing clowns in the woods, trying to lure them into the darkness. Since the events in Greenville, clown sightings have been reported in several states, and some people have actually been arrested for scaring people in costume, making clown-related threats, and in one case, chasing kids with a baseball bat while wearing a clown costume. Even Stephen Kane had to tell us to chill out over Twitter. What's with the fascination with clowns, and why is it all happening weeks before Halloween?
Clowns are chasing us up here. On Facebook, they said there was killer clowns around here that were killing people.
We saw a man with an all-black on, clown mask on, and like a red wig.
Subject dressed in a red and yellow suit with a clown mask.
This wave of clown panic started in late August when police in South Carolina received reports about a suspicious character dressed as a clown who was trying to get children to follow them into the woods. Residents reportedly took matters into their own hands and began firing shots into the woods.
We do know that it's striking fear among members of our public, and so We have patrols out in each of these areas and wherever we think we might anticipate that person.
I know they're doing a remake of Stephen King's was that It?
It, yeah.
And I think that there's been a resurgence of that particular trend. I think it's because, like, you know, in the story, I think there's a clown that actually exists in this town, and he like makes friends with these kids, but eventually he becomes this ominous character. I don't know if it's related to that. But some people are saying that these clowns are actually like scaring people.
Yeah, but apparently the production was saying like, no, it's not related. They are not dressing up as Pennywise to go and scare little kids.
I don't know, but I think that there might be a relation to it because they're all hanging out at, you know, forested areas.
That's
and
even
rather
more
rural
scary.
areas. So, I mean, for me, I tend to draw the conclusion that it's really tied in really strongly to it. Because I mean, the actual clown in that story was actually hanging out in drains and
I don't see why clowns are so attractive to kids. I always thought that they are really scary. It's very small. I would never be following a clown into the forest. That is too scary.
I don't know. For me, I think it's the red nose. I think the red nose did it for me.
I don't know what I would do. What would you do if a clown was coming towards you on the street?
I would run very fast.
I would run. I would like, bye guys.
So for the next topic, Halloween's just days away, and with the election campaigning in full swing, it's tempting to lump the two together. I mean, Halloween and election. It sounds like a great pairing, right? So why not dress up as one of the presidential candidates, Democrat Hillary Clinton or Republican Donald Trump, and have a bit of fun just a few days before the November 8th election? So what do you guys think of the sexy Clinton and Trump costumes and those like creepy, lifelike looking masks? Would you wear them for Halloween?
No.
I don't know. Isn't there like one, didn't they go around making statues of Donald Trump with a nude?
They did. There was one right down the street from us.
2 months ago or something. Like, people found like these statues. Like, I think they should make like these costumes of Donald Trump in them. And make people wear them.
Probably someone has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really, I don't know. I don't find them fun at all. Why would you like,
Right? I know, they're
Clinton
like,
and Donald Trump? I don't think, like, they're really boring. Like, no.
Yeah.
I just don't like masks at all, so I don't want to wear one. I don't want to be around someone who's wearing one.
I'm just not one for like topical costumes.
Yeah, I
don't know. If I'm going to do something like modern, it's going to be from like a movie or something. I don't know. I don't want to have to think about politics in my happy Halloween fun time. The seance will begin now. Let's hold each other's hands and close your eyes at the count of 3.
Hush! Hush, it's not time for a nap yet.
Oh, sorry. It's been a long night. Fine. I got the message. Raven the bird.
Guys, we need to focus and treat this more seriously, or we will never find out why we are jinxed on Halloween.
Shut your eyes in 3, 2, 1. Mr. Edgar Allan Poe, we gather here tonight in hope that we'll receive a sign of your presence. Please feel welcome in our circle and join us when you're ready.
Is there a spirit?
Y-E-S. Yes.
Are you Edgar Allan Poe?
Y-E-S. Yes.
Gosh, this is worse than watching paint dry. Oh.
Are the tomboys haunted by a Halloween curse? And what is this curse?
Yes. Hang on. Edgar wants us to do a Q&A with the Shipwreck comedy crew before he would tell us.
Oh, God. What next? An IQ test?
Nevermore.
Hey, finally something I can agree on with my stupid
Nevermore.
namesake. I do have a question for all of you guys here. So if you have to be a monster, will you choose Frankenstein or Dracula?
Dracula.
Yeah. Okay, why?
Because he's cool.
Yeah, the whole story of Dracula is way more romantic than Frankenstein.
Choose a monster, choose a good looking one.
I don't think Frankenstein can be romantic.
No.
Yeah, he probably will send you roses, you know, dead roses.
Crush you when he gives you a hug.
Yeah. And Dracula can turn into a bat. Yeah, I love to fly around. That's awesome.
Yeah, he'll probably send you some brains.
Okay, now next question. You have been found dead in Victoria, London. Would you rather have your death been investigated by Auguste Dupin or Sherlock Holmes?
I gotta go with Sherlock.
Yeah, same.
I think they were going
I love Sherlock.
Oh dear.
all
I
the
don't want to be too
popular-
pleased about
yeah.
that though. He came out with the August.
Sherlock Holmes is just more prolific of a detective. He solved so many.
Yeah.
So many crimes.
So Arthur Conan Doyle will be, having will be throwing a very nice wild tea party there.
Yeah, you guys should invite him for the next round of the pool party.
Yeah, he would be great to have.
Okay,
there.
so next question, guys. Who is a better Agatha Christie detective? Hercule Poirot or Miss Marple?
I'm gonna go with Poirot because he's the only one I've read.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm so sorry.
I
And I
haven't
like-
read enough Christie.
His mustache.
Plus Poirot has this really cool mustache.
Look at all these hats.
Well, Miss Marple actually is quirky and she's very insightful, but she's just very typical English, and so she's very dull and boring, and
But she's a very cool granny though. She's a very cool grandmother.
I don't know about that, I mean, it's not my kind of style. She solves mysteries through a cup of tea, and that's
Not your kind of tea.
yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Among all the stories by Edgar Allan Poe, which ones do you find the scariest?
That is a good question.
What do you think, Sinead?
I actually, the most recent one I just reread, it was in a book of ghost stories that I was reading, because that's how I roll, was The Black Cat. I had actually not read that since high school, and it was really uncomfortable and upsetting. So that's probably the scariest and least one, the one I'd least make into a movie, probably.
They're not scary, but they're eerie. They're
Yeah, eerie.
eerie, and there's something going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, they play on really big themes.
The tension though, especially in the House of Usher. One of the reasons why this story always appeals to me so many years is I like the way he builds it up. Something's going on. Especially with another story, he does that very well. Is Telltale Heart, and then finally when the reveal comes, you're like, oh my god.
Good at those mysteries, creating the
It's
ambiance.
kind of like H.G. Wells. I feel like they both have almost the same style. Like Time Machine and Invisible Man. Even with H.G. Wells' Invisible Man, it wasn't actually although it was very scientific, he puts when you read it, you get the heebie-jeebies because you don't know exactly the mind frame of this Invisible Man. He can be really scary. He can he can go off the deep end. So I mean, that's kind of why I like those authors. They it's a bit it's psychological as well. It's not just a scary story for the sake of a gothic scary story.
Okay, let's get a little bit more personal. How about you tell us your own scary story in 4 words? 4 words, the scariest story. Who would like to go first?
Are you serious? 4 words? Wow.
Checking my bank account.
That is
That's scary.
I'm trying to think.
I know.
Abandoned. Oh, never mind. Not abandoned. Empty movie theater.
You just said a dark theater.
Okay.
And the projector will stir and the movie will be played, and
it comes on without anybody switching it on. Dun, dun, dun.
Perfect date night.
I had one, but I think it's 5 words. No one is 2 words, right?
Do it, it's fine.
I was gonna say the first one that came to mind was doorbell rings, no one's home, but I think that's 5. Also, student loan bill arrives is another good one.
Student loan bill arrives. Terrifying.
Boy, is
Very
that
scary.
I know, student loans are the scariest thing ever. Zombies! Why can't they leave us alone? It's like we are zombie magnets or something. Oh!
Oh my god, please don't die here. We don't need another ghost haunting this mansion.
No, I think she's been possessed by Mr. Poe himself.
Good evening, ladies. I believe that possessing this tomboy is a much faster way to gain the access to you than spinning the planchette all night. For you all might be devoured by the undead by then.
Yes, Mr. Poe, you are the expert on horror. Do you have a solution for those zombies?
Yes, I do, but it will come at a price.
Just do whatever it takes.
Get them! Kill them!
Go, Ravens! Pick up their brains!
I'm pleased that you're delighted by the efforts of my friends, for it's time for me to get my revenge on these tomboys for running over them with their car.
Wait, what?
Nevermore.
Please do. Save us the problem of killing them ourselves.
Traitors! You betrayed us and I demand a refund because Mr. Poe hasn't told us what the curse is.
Oh, don't worry. We'll transfer the money to your bank account. As if.
Wait, so what's gonna happen now?
Nevermore.
Ouch! I'm covered with bites, scratches, and bird poop. Ugh!
And we are doomed to be haunted by the Tira curse. Hey, look, there's a motel in front of us. We can maybe shower there.
But according to Yelp, reviews don't look good for Bates Motel. I mean, they quote it as shower has what looks like old blood stains on the floor, and owner Norman is creepy as hell. I mean, we are woken up by a mysterious woman's scream in the middle of the night.
Hey! Wow! You are back, City. Wow, you look completely in one piece. How did that happen? Okay, it's alright. Anyway, City, stop freaking out. We're only going to stay there for one night. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, folks, thanks for listening to another wacky episode of Tomboy T-Rod. If you want to hear more of us, don't forget to subscribe to the show on iTunes and Stitcher. The show is also available for free streaming on our website, where you'll find all sorts of stuff on being a funny geek tomboy in space-time today. Check it out at you-know-where, www.tomboy-tarts.com. Tell all your friends about it.
That's right! And if you just want to connect with us outside of the show, we are also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Tumblr. Just like Tomboy Tarts, Tomboy Tarts.
And if you want to advertise, collaborate, or simply appear on this wonderful podcast or our blog, then drop us an email at hello@tomboy-tarts.com. That's in the words of Adele, hello@tomboy-tarts.com, because we are
everywhere. Yeah, so see you in another 2 weeks with a brand new episode here with Raven, Percy, City, and myself, Joanna.
Yes, so until the next episode.
Ciao!
Bye, guys.
Adios.
Amigos.